Let's start by asking ourselves, how often do we let our thoughts control us instead of the other way around? Think about it. How many times have you set a goal only to be overwhelmed by negative thoughts like, I'm not good enough or I'll never make it? These thoughts start to build a cage around us, holding us back from reaching our true potential. But what if I told you that cage is only as real as you allow it to be? Yes, your mind can be your biggest enemy or your strongest ally. It's all about how you decide to train it. Welcome to 100 Days, 100 Challenges, Day 18. Today, we're diving into one of the most powerful skills you can develop, controlling your mind. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll walk away with the best motivation to take control of your thoughts and emotions like never before. Imagine waking up every day with a sense of purpose, no matter what's thrown your way. Imagine having the power to push past distractions, doubts, and fears. That's what mastering your mind can do. Sounds intriguing, right? Stay with me because today we're going deeper than ever. Now here's something to think about. Our mind is naturally wired for survival, not success. So whenever we try to step out of our comfort zone, the mind throws out every possible reason why we should stay where we are, why we should avoid risks, why we should take the safe route. But here's the catch. Real growth, real transformation lies just outside of that comfort zone. Imagine a lion who's been raised in a cage all its life. One day the door opens. It's free to go, yet it hesitates, fearing the unknown. That lion could easily be us if we let our minds control us with fear and doubt. But how do we break free? It starts with awareness. Recognize the limiting beliefs you're holding on to. You see, most of our self-doubt is inherited from past experiences, society, even people around us who told us we weren't good enough. We've taken those beliefs and let them control us, like invisible strings pulling us back every time we try to move forward. So here's your first challenge. Become aware. Every time you catch a negative thought, stop. Question it. Ask yourself, is this thought helping me or holding me back? Don't just accept everything your mind tells you. Here's where it gets interesting. Your mind is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. When we want a strong body, we go to the gym, lift weights, and push ourselves. But when it comes to the mind, many of us just let it run wild. Imagine how powerful you could become if you trained your mind with the same intensity as you train for a sport or a competition. What would happen if, every single day, you pushed your mind to focus, to stay disciplined, to keep going, even when things got tough? That's the kind of power we're talking about today. You might be thinking, easier said than done. And you're right, controlling the mind isn't easy. It's uncomfortable. It's challenging. But here's where you can leverage something called the observer's mindset. Instead of getting tangled in every emotion or every thought, try to step back and observe it. Imagine you're a third party watching your own mind. You're not the fear, you're the one observing the fear. You're not the doubt, you're the one observing the doubt. This tiny shift from being the thought to observing the thought can change everything. Suddenly, you realize that you're not your thoughts. You're so much more. Here's a quick exercise. When a negative thought pops up, like I'll never succeed, say to yourself, I notice that I'm having a thought that I'll never succeed. Do you see the difference? This way, you're distancing yourself from the thought. It's not who you are, it's just something that's passing through your mind. The more you practice this, the easier it becomes to let go of the thoughts that don't serve you. Now, I know this can sound a bit abstract, so let's bring it down to real life. Let's say you're working on a goal. Maybe it's to get fit, start a business, or even just stick to a daily routine. Your mind might tell you, it's too hard. What if I fail? Or maybe I'll start tomorrow. Here's your challenge. Every time one of these thoughts comes up, instead of letting it stop you, use it as fuel. Say to yourself, I hear you, but I'm moving forward anyway. Treat your mind like a coach who's pushing you to your limits, not an enemy trying to drag you down. Let's go even deeper. Think about this. Every single thing you've achieved, every success, every moment of pride started with one thought. It began in your mind. And the same is true for every failure, every setback, every missed opportunity. Your mind is the birthplace of every action you take, And when you understand that, you start to see why controlling it is so powerful. Imagine if you could choose to think only the thoughts that empower you. Imagine if every doubt, every hesitation could be silenced, leaving only the belief that you can and will achieve your goals. That's not just a dream, it's something you can build, starting now. Let's talk about the power of visualization. This isn't just a buzzword, it's a mental technique used by some of the most successful people in the world. Athletes, entrepreneurs, leaders, they all use it. Why? Because when you visualize, you're training your mind to see success before it happens. You're setting a blueprint in your brain, showing it what's possible. If you want to control your mind, start here. Every morning, take a few minutes to close your eyes and imagine your goals as if you've already achieved them. See yourself as the person you want to become. Feel the pride, the satisfaction, the confidence. When your mind starts to believe in that vision, you'll start acting in ways that make it a reality. You can examine them, question them, and decide if they deserve a place in your life. Journaling can also help you track your progress. Imagine looking back months later and seeing how far you've come, how much your mindset has grown. That's the kind of motivation that fuels lasting change. Now, let's talk about emotional control. Mastering your mind isn't just about controlling thoughts. It's about managing emotions. Emotions are powerful, and when they go unchecked, they can cloud your judgment, distort your perspective, and lead you to make decisions you'll regret. But emotions don't have to control you. Practice recognizing your emotions without acting on them immediately. Feel anger, but don't lash out. Feel fear, but don't run away. Allow yourself to feel, but don't let those feelings dictate your actions. This is a skill that, over time, will give you an incredible level of inner peace and control. And let's not forget the importance of consistency. Controlling your mind is not a one-time effort, it's a daily commitment. Every day, you'll have moments where your mind tries to pull you back, where old habits try to resurface. But each time you choose to push through, you're reinforcing a new pattern, building a stronger foundation. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. Soon, what once felt difficult will become second nature. You'll start to notice a shift in the way you handle challenges, in the way you approach your goals, in the way you see yourself. Finally, remember that this journey is uniquely yours. Don't compare your progress to others. Control of the mind is a deeply personal journey, and what works for someone else may not work for you. Experiment with different techniques. Some people find power in meditation, others in visualization, others in physical challenges that push their limits. Find what resonates with you and commit to it. The goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is to be better than you were yesterday. As we reach the end of this video, here's a reminder of the promise I made, the best motivation. Here it is. Controlling your mind is the gateway to freedom. When you master your mind, nothing in this world can hold you back. You'll be free from self-doubt, free from fear, free from the limitations that once seemed so real. You'll have the power to shape your own destiny, to create a life that reflects your deepest dreams. So don't wait for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. Start now. Begin today with one small step and keep going, one day at a time. Thank you for being here on day 18. This journey of 100 days is about transforming not just your habits, but your entire mindset. Keep pushing forward, keep challenging yourself, and most importantly, keep controlling your mind. Because once you have control here, the world becomes a place of endless possibilities. See you in the next challenge. Let's make this journey count.